You know, the Lord Jesus always told the truth as it is. There was never a time in his teaching ministry, nor is there now, that he ever softened the blow, that he ever sugarcoated anything, that he ever let people down easy. He just told it straight up the way that it was. And what we want to think about this morning is something out of John chapter 16, verse 33 in particular, how that Jesus was meeting with his disciples. At this point in the story, they have shared their last meal together. The Lord Jesus has identified his betrayer, Judas Iscariot. He has predicted that Peter, not because Peter wants to, but because Peter will, deny him. And Jesus has told them that the world will hate them and despise them because the world hates him. And within 24 hours, Jesus will be dead. And these words take on a great amount of significance when we think about what is about to happen when he goes to the cross. He said in John chapter 16 and verse 31, "Do you now believe? Indeed, the hour is coming, yes, has now come, that you will be scattered. Each to his own will leave me alone. Yet I'm not alone because the Father is with me." Then he said this, "These things have I spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." And in the verse of John chapter 16 and verse 33, in these words, Jesus says something very significant, very true, very much that we need to get a hold of. He told them that a time of testing was coming, but he said, "In me you may have peace. By my word, the things that I've said to you, by my Spirit who will come to you, you may have peace." As a matter of fact, in John chapter 14 and verse 27, he'd already told them this, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." He said, in this world, no matter what happens, in me, you may have peace. Everything can be falling apart, but you can still have peace in me. And he also said, in the world you will have tribulation. You will have it. Tribulation there is the idea that the world will press you, squeeze you, box you in. Jesus said that's going to happen. That's not something you can duck away from, something you can avoid. You will have tribulation. But remember, in me, you may have peace, even when tribulation comes. And then he said, be of good cheer, because I have overcome the world. He's saying there, I've already conquered it. The world is no match for me. And when you are with me and in me, I will overcome in you and through you. Key words in this passage, I think, are the words "in me." In the Lord Jesus and only in him can we have peace, no matter what is going on. That's an encouraging thing. And remember, Jesus always told the truth. Several years ago, Lisa and I, my wife, were given passes for an airline trip from Presque Isle, Maine, near where we live, to Boston. We could fly down in the morning and fly back at night. A friend who worked for the airline gave us those tickets, and that was an interesting time. So early in the morning, we went down to the Presque Isle airport, get on the airplane, flew out, not a hitch, up in the air, good flight to Boston, very smooth, landed in Boston. Then we spent the day touring around the city. Went to the aquarium, ate at Faneuil Hall, toured Paul Revere's house, Old North Church, all that kind of thing. That night, when we went to get back on the plane, the weather had changed. It was windy, it was cold. They de-iced our plane. We watched them do it. Then we got on the plane. And on the way up, it was a little bumpy, a little bit side to side, swaying around. The wind was strong. We got up above that, and an hour and 15 minutes later, we were ready to come down into the town of Presque Isle. As we got there, the pilot came on, and it was a lady pilot, and she said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is the pilot speaking. I need to let you know that we're beginning our final descent into Presque Isle Airport, but on the way down, it's going to be bumpy." And then she said, "But sit back, relax, and trust me, I will get you down." And you know what happened? On the way down, it was very bumpy, and people were very nervous. I was too. But as we came down through that and it smoothed out and we hit the runway, the plane coasted to a stop and everyone in the plane broke into applause. Then they came to let us out and the door was frozen shut. But be that as it may, I learned something. When you're in a situation like that, the only thing you can do is trust the pilot. But when we think about the Lord Jesus and the way our lives go, Remember, he always told us the truth. And what he told us is, these things have I spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world, you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. You know, if we can trust a human pilot, how much more can we trust the Lord Jesus Christ? And whatever's going on with you today, I would say turn in trust to the Lord Jesus and tell him, I trust you. Help me to understand that in you I can have peace. Be encouraged by that today. Trust you're doing well. Talk to you later. Bye.